Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Mike Green. I'm one of the owners of 1A Auto. I want to help you save time and money repairing and maintaining your vehicle. I'm going to use my 20 plus years experience restoring and repairing cars and trucks like this to show you the correct way to install parts from 1AAuto.com. The right parts installed correctly. That's going to save you time and money. Thank you, and enjoy the video.
In this video, we're going to show you how to replace the Serpentine belt on a 93 to 98 Grand Cherokee with the 4.0 liter inline 6. Tools you'll need are a 15 millimeter wrench and a 15 millimeter socket with a ratchet and extension.
Okay, so before you take off any Serpentine belt, really what you want to do is find your belt routing diagram, and you can see right here it's on the top of the radiator. Some cars it'll be up on the hood or something like that, but this is very important. It shows you how the belt's routed, and you want to look at it and look at your belt before you take it off and just understand what it's telling you, what the different pulleys are and how it's routed. It's very crucial in getting it back together correctly. To do the Serpentine belt on one of these Grand Cherokees, there's two bolts. There's one down in here, which is the bolt right in the center of this pulley, okay, right here, and then you have a tensioner bolt. Then you have a tensioner bolt right down here. You want to remove this sensor wire, and then the bolt's right there. Okay, so we'll loosen up this pulley bolt first. 15 millimeter wrench. Just put it right in there, and then just give it a couple of good turns. Okay, and now we'll use our 15 millimeter socket with our extension here, and I have an air ratchet, but obviously any ratchet will do. And as I loosen this up, you'll see the belt loosen up. Okay. And you can take the belt and peel it off your power steering pump. Okay, so to put the belt back on, where I want to start is I want to loop the belt down around the crankshaft first. That's going to be the most difficult thing. I've got the fan that kind of gets in my way, so I'll make a loop and put it down in there.
Okay, I'm going to have to apologize here. My camera didn't get the next shot, which is basically to take the belt off all the pulleys. The hardest part will be getting it down from around the crank pulley, which is the lowest pulley. And once you get it off there, it kind of gets hung up on the fan a little bit. So you basically just kind of rotate the fan around and pull the belt up and out. And again, I didn't get a good shot of that. I'm not sure what happened, but once I realized it, I didn't have the vehicle anymore to reshoot it. So.
Okay, so to put the belt back on, where I want to start is I want to loop the belt down around the crankshaft first. That's going to be the most difficult thing. I've got the fan that kind of gets in my way, so I'll make a loop and put it down in there. Okay, so I've got my belt. It's a little stiff. I've got a loop here. And what I want to do is feed it down in, and I want to kind of put the loop over one of the fan blades, because that's kind of how it comes out. And then I'm kind of rotating the fan down in, letting the belt go somewhat into place here. And actually my fan is kind of taking it for me. Okay. And so I use the fan to basically pull the belt down into place. Now I'm grabbing the top up over that goes between the fan pulley and the crank. I'm trying to flip it into place, and I've got that. Okay, now I'm grabbing the bottom end of the belt, making sure it's underneath the crank pulley. Okay, I've got that. Okay, now looking back at my belt, it comes up over my tensioner and around my power steering, and I'm just kind of doing this for now. I might have to take some stuff back off. Okay, this part goes around my water pump, which is my fan pulley. Okay. And then it looks like it goes around this. Goes up and over this idler pulley. It's just below my AC pump. Okay, now I'm going to feed it down around my alternator. Okay, something doesn't look right. Aha. Okay. Okay, it does not go over my idler here. This comes down. And it goes under the idler. Okay. And then okay, so you can see I have the belt on around the AC, down around the alternator there. Okay, it's a little hard to see everywhere, but you can see it's still not on my idler pulley. Okay, so what you can do is, here's your idler pulley bolt. You could actually take this by hand, or if you have to use a wrench, just make sure that's as loose as you can get. Once you have your tensioner pulley loosened up as much as possible, you can now reach down in and flip the belt right on there. Okay, now that you've got the belt routed properly, you're going to take your 15mm socket, ratchet and extension, okay, and start tightening up your tensioner. And I'm just going to keep my thumb on here just to keep a note of the tension. Okay, so we've tightened up our tensioner, and when you end, you want to have about 1/4 of an inch of play. And you see I got a little bit more, but as I tighten this pulley bolt, some of that will go away. So now I'm going to tighten the pulley bolt up. Okay. And I should end up with about 1/4 of an inch of play right there, which is what you want. Okay, so then last but not least, take your sensor wire, plug it back in, okay, and then start it up. Shut it off. Okay, and just check, careful of the fan, just check your tension one more time after running it for a second.
We hope this helps you out. Brought to you by www.1aauto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll free 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.